You ready for these predictions? We have to run through these. You
Yeah,
ready?
I think. Yeah, of course.
All right. We can't predict what's going to happen with the Ladies that Chase You calendar, so we'll skip that. Let's start off with the Tony D'Angelo, Stacks, and Adriana Rizzo versus OTM and Jaida Parker. Who do you got in a match I didn't even know was happening?
Yeah, it's got to be D'Angelo and Stacks. You can't have your tag team champions lose right before you're going to have crown a number one contender for the tag team titles. So I think you got to have them look strong. So I'm picking D'Angelo, Stacks, and Rizzo to get the win.
I agree. I fully agree. I think it's the only thing, and they're pushing Rizzo as like some crazy chick. They're like, "Yo, when she gets in there, you don't know what's gonna happen." So I'm excited to see her
watch
like
out, bro.
lose her
watch
mind.
out, bro.
She will stab someone. She gonna be like, I'm excited. All right, let's go. Dijak versus Joe Gacy in a no disqualification dumpster match. I don't know what's. I mean, how do you have a match when Dijak is literally just beating the crap out of this guy all the time? I don't understand the point. But go ahead. What's your prediction?
It's got to be Dijak. The man, Joe Gacy. I know he's trying to like come back from schism and everything, and he's doing all these weird antics, but I feel like Dijak needs a win. And he's lost a lot of the big matches that he's had. He's kind of lost some momentum here, so I think it's got to be Dijak. That's who I'm picking to win.
It's hard because I always say the person who gets the last laugh usually loses the match for the pay-per-view. Joe Gacy just getting beat up. I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go Joe Gacy. I think he's going to pull off some kind of weird, or maybe he'll have some help. Maybe he's starting a new crew and somebody's going to come in and help him win. The obvious choice is Dijak, but I got to go Joe. I mean, if he loses, then what the heck was the point of it? He just got beat up the entire time. Then he loses. I don't know. Yeah. He literally got beat up the entire episode of NXT. All right. Yeah. Dusty. Actually, I want to do the Dusty Rhodes Classic last. We'll do them back to back with the championship because I think they're going to correlate. So let's go with Oba Fema versus Dragon Lee for the North American Championship match. I think this is like the easiest one, but who do you got?
Yeah, it's going to be Oba all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Oba Fema. Yep. Oba Femi's going to get the win. And I'm glad that he's a heel now. I'm glad that he's a heel.
That's the best way to go because I don't think he can talk much. So when you can't talk much and you're that big, just be that big, and that's all you need. Yeah, I got the same thing. He's beating Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee should have never had it to begin with. He ain't winning it now.
This should be Dominic Mysterio versus Oba, and he'd be getting a huge rub by beating Dominic Mysterio.
100%. Yes, sir.
They gave it to Dragon Lee for some reason.
I had no idea. All right, women's Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. Who do you got?
I think the title changes hands. I'm gonna say Roxanne Perez. Her last title reign kind of ended abruptly when she like just passed out in the ring. Apparently, I don't even remember what happened. And she's been kind of doing some heel tactics recently, and she's kind of been a little different. Kind of that baby face, but doing heel tendencies and that kind of thing. And I think the girl, now her name's escaping me, that's kind of stalking Valkyria. Yeah, Haxley. I think she's going to cost her this match, and Perez is going to get the win.
I got the same exact prediction. I think Roxanne wins with the help of Paxley, accidentally costing Valkyria. And Valkyria, is like other champions that they put on, has really done nothing with it. So no offense to her. It's just Roxanne Perez can do more, and she deserves another run because hers was ended due to injury. All right, last two. Now we can do the Dusty Classic. So Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. Who do you got?
This one's hard. I'm actually... So I think I'm going to go Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams getting the win over Bron and Baron. And the only reason why I say that is because, Nick Aldis took a call from Bron Breakker on, this past Monday night on Raw about bringing him over to SmackDown, and Andrade is now coming to Raw. So I think Bron's time on NXT is going to be short-lived, and I think this might be his swan song. So I think Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are gonna get the win in this match in particular.
All right, I'm gonna do the opposite because don't forget Carmelo Hayes has also been wrestling on SmackDown every other week too, or every week. So I'm gonna go with Bron and Baron winning, thus leading to my answer in the main event. So I'm gonna go with Bron Breakker, Baron Corbin winning. I don't know who would take the fall. I would go with Carmelo just because Trick can't take an L right beforehand. So, but I think there will be a reason why Carmelo takes that L. Melo don't miss, as you can tell. But yeah, I'm going to go with Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin winning those championships. They can bring it on to SmackDown as well with them.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. Then NXT Championship match, Dragunov versus Whoop That Trick Williams. Who you got? Go.
I'm going to go Trick. I think Trick, it's his time. Yeah, I'm going to go Trick. And here's why. I don't think Carmelo Hayes is going to cost him. I don't. Not yet. I think he will. I think we'll find out that he was the attacker on next Tuesday's episode of NXT, because I think when they do, because the next pay-per-view from here is Stand and Deliver. So that's the Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes thing is probably the most over thing that they have. It's got to be for the top prize in NXT. So that's why I think Trick Williams should win. Carmelo Hayes maybe helps him win or doesn't. They cause more of a divide. Maybe he's not out there at ringside or something. Trick Williams gets the win. And then that sets up for Carmelo to, maybe when they go after the tag team titles, Carmelo costs him then. And then we get the match for the world title or the NXT championship at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, we got a big Adam Cole MJF moment here. This is going to go two ways, right? I know that sounds dumb, but it's either going to go Carmelo and Trick win the tag titles, or win the tag team classic finals. I forgot they're not the champions after that, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then they move on. They still move. They still have to fight Stack. Yeah. So they move on to Dragunov and Trick Williams, and then Trick Williams wins, and then maybe Corbin gets jealous, and then that leads to them not winning the championship match. So I get you can go that route, but I'm going the polar opposite. I'm going Carmelo Hayes is upset that he didn't win the tag team Dusty Classic, thus costing Trick Williams the match, because this feud needs to end. Push Dragunov on to a different road, and then we get Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes is finally getting his heel turn. We get them facing off at that thing, and now we know. Then weeks prior, he's going to say it was me who did it, this and that, and you're a punk, like I made you, and you've been trying to take all my thunder, and I think that's what we get to. So I'm going to go that. I think it's going to go either way, but I'm going to go that route. I think only because I want it to end. I'm over them hinting. I don't need more hinting of.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to end too, and that's why I think I don't think it'll end at at Vengeance Day. I think it'll end next week, and then because I do feel like this story, when it happens, it's going to be shocking. It's going to be like the most talked about thing that happens the next day. So I think it's got to have the top prize on the line. So yeah, that's just me. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think either way. I'm not saying either one is right. They can both. It could even go. I mean, I don't know, but that's what I'm kind of intrigued by. But I think it needs to end, so I'm going that route.
Agreed. Yeah, I can see
All right. That's our predictions. Take them to the bank or don't, because we had different ones. So there it is. Don't put money on us. But as always, thank you for tuning in. We are blowing up. Finally on the YouTube.
Code.
We did it. Let's keep it moving. Keep telling your friends about us. Keep subscribing. You guys are watching, liking, commenting. I'm digging it. Like I said, this is our year. We want to be big by the end of this year. So let's keep pushing Two Dudes with Attitudes. If you appreciate a real wrestling podcast where we talk about the real stuff, we're not just sitting here rumbling around in our beds. We are talking the stuff and doing a real podcast. So thank you, Wolfpack, for tuning in. As always, I'm the Heartbreak Dude, Denton. You can catch me everywhere on social media at HBD Denton, the Dude of Wrestle Talk. And with me, as always, is Sami Zayn's twin brother,
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling. If you like this video and you want to see other videos like it, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every time we upload something, you'll get notified and you'll get an alert. And also go follow us on TikTok at Two Dudes with Attitudes. Hit us up on X at Two Dudes PC, and then go follow me on any social media platform as well. Mainly Instagram and TikTok right now. YouTube and Twitch are coming, but it's at Ryan Enjoys Wrestling.
Yeah, and whoop that trick, y'all. Two Dude Wolfpack, we out.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'. Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're riding.